I love math.
Now, I asked you guys not to solve for x. I asked you guys to work on the right-hand side. Class, what does that stand for? And I wanted you only working on the right-hand side to look like the left-hand side. Okay? Regina, what did you guys do first? Distribute. Tell me what you got. So you distributed. Thank you, Regina. Karina, what do you do next? Say again. Subtract or what? You should call those combine-like terms. And Regina, what do you get there? Not Regina. Karina? Thank you, Karina. Mariana? We're almost there. We're trying to make this right-hand side look like this one. And what is the greatest common factor? Mariana, what's left? 2 times what? Plus what? Plus 5. So, in this problem, I just asked you to, although you can solve, let me show you, let's actually solve that real quick. What would happen to the problem? What happens when it's equal to itself? That means you can put in, what numbers can you put in? You could put in 6. Will it equal the same as that side? Can you put in a negative number? Yeah, so x would represent all real solutions. X is equal to all real solutions, right? In the all values such of x, we could pick all real numbers. Now, that's my squiggly bracket sign. What does that mean for us? You're essentially, in some ways, you're actually not solving. So when we're going to do this with trig, you're going to pick one side to work with. You're not really going to touch the other side. And you want to kind of match it to the other side. Now, this over here, let's write that. This was kind of like our answer. This is where we need to get to at the very end. And this is where we started with, right? So that will kind of become your very last spot. And these will get kind of complicated. It might be like 3 steps, 5 steps, 10 steps, 20 steps. They can get quite large. Class, did I ask you guys to solve for x?
No.
What did I tell you to do?
The left side.
Work the left-hand side so it looks like this. Okay. What did you do first, Ryan?
That's where we transform. -2 times 8.
You multiply -2 times 8. So you're going to multiply the -2 times where?
Oh, by 4.
To the x and the 4. Tell me what you get.
-2x plus 4.
-2x. -2 times a positive 4.
-4.
-2 times 4.
-8, sorry.
-8. Thank you. Brandon?
Combine my terms.
What do you get?
2x plus 3x equals x.
And then
Minus 8.
-8. So what I'm kind of trying to teach you guys is that although we have them equal to each other, the answer would be... Class, what numbers can you pick? Someone throw out a number.
3.
5.
5. 5 minus 8, is that same thing as 5 minus 8? Give me another number. 0. 0 minus 8, is that equal to 0 minus 8? That means you can pick all real numbers. This is just a fancy way of saying in the solution set where all x values such that x could be any real or all real numbers. Okay? But the big idea is that I want you guys to notice that we kind of worked on the left-hand side to verify that it equals the right side. And we're going to be doing that with our trig identities. So in some ways, if I had to think about it, this was your end result. And this over here, the more complicated side, was where we started. Now I'm trying to make some math connections to what you previously have learned. You've learned something like in geometry or math 4 that, you guys remember those the proofs? If I gave you something like angle A is congruent to angle B, and then I give you a bunch of other clues, can you prove like the two triangles are congruent? Are you my student? Now, the goal is that what I'm trying to show you is that this was the starting point, and these were a bunch of clues, right? And then you already knew what the answer is. You just had to work your way towards the proving part or the end. And this is going to be the same thing when you're verifying identities. You'll actually have the answer. You just have to work one side to get towards the answer. All right, tell your partner one thing you just learned. Ready, set, go.